This journey is one of those. My name is Axel, and I live with my adventurous uncle, esteemed geology professor Otto von Leeuwenhoek. I'm never the main character in Uncle Otto's adventures, but the journey we're about to hear is special. It made me a world-famous archaeologist, but more important, a main character in an adventure of my very own. We begin 4 years ago, Hamburg, Germany. Going into the city, we journey to the country for rocks and other specimens. Uncle is also my teacher, and if I am to become a famous archaeologist, I need to know everything he knows about geology, from the high mountains to the stepping stones across the river. So every time my uncle starts a new expedition, I say, let me go. Today, Uncle gives a lecture on igneous rocks at the university, while I ditch school to read a long treatise about sedimentary rocks and then, Uncle Otto races into the house. His eyes have that crazy badger look I've seen 100 times before.
Axel, he says, follow me! I found something! Something tremendous!
Uncle Otto is brilliant. So brilliant, in fact, that his failure to finish his brilliant projects frustrates his career and his dean. As his assistant, I see it all, the dead ends and the successes, and it's all worth it. Uncle has done one of the greatest discoveries 1863 can provide, but when he's got that crazy badger look,
Axel, focus!
Uncle shakes a dusty book in my face.
Touch the binding, he says.
It's in perfect condition. A book on Norwegian, for instance, I say, since when have you been interested in politics?
Never, but
It contained this. This book was owned by an explorer, Arne Saknussemm, 300 years ago. Saknussemm vanished for years. When he returned, the church executed him as a heretic. Why? No one knows. Perhaps this is the key. If this was his book, this is his notes. And whatever it is, whether poetry or shopping list, is historic. He grabs a pencil and translates 136 Icelandic letters. It's gibberish, I say.
think harder, Axel.
Oh, I hate when he says that. I look at the paper again. He's right. I see patterns. I hold them out in front of the fire. Oh, fire makes me nervous. The fire illuminates the letters backwards and upside down on the paper. It's Latin, I say.
Start writing. In Iceland, at the dead volcano Sneffels, on the 1st of July, the shadow of Mount Sartaris falls on the tunnel. Descend, and you will reach to Nestle. The center of the earth. Saknussemm wrong path. I'm sorry, my boy. We retrace our steps. Whenever I bring up water, he tells me to have patience with the plant. We get back to the fork, and we are completely dry. We have to go back to the surface, I say. That will take 9 days. I feel like I'm suffocating. Cynicism is no answer, says Uncle. We're far more likely to find water down where we know nothing than up where we know it isn't. So we travel west, along the fisheries to tunnels laced with threads of manganese, platinum, and gold. After a day, they transform into mica, mixed with feldspar and glittering quartz. After 2 days, I collapse. I'm dying, I say. Don't be so dramatic, says Uncle. I can't hear anything. No. Listen. A dead rumble like distant thunder sends shivers through the rock wall. Uncle grabs a pickaxe. He moves toward the sound is loudest and attacks the rock. What are you doing? Horizontally and 24 deep. Temperature? 82 degrees. Still, what's wrong? We have 50 miles of rock above us, the limit of the Earth's crust. According to the law of increasing temperatures, it should be 28,000 degrees. Then the theory is wrong, says Uncle. You look disappointed. Doesn't it bother you? We're here based on history, not geological theory. What Saknussem did, we can do. We will learn as we go. But it's mainland in science. How can we be prepared for anything? I was right about this stream. You know what I mean? Then we won't be prepared. I had my head with my uncle. Way ahead. neglected, geology. Oh no! I stooped to bathe my face in the stream. The stream is gone. Which way to go? Up, down, down, up. I'm trying to stream. For half an hour, nothing stands in my way. But this time it looks different, too different. Should I go back? Where am I? My leg breaks. The light fades. Dear God. A parade of moving shadows rip down the walls. I don't blink for fear of missing the last one. Then darkness, complete, entombed, leagues beneath the earth's surface, solid rock. I feel sick. I run. I'll run! I wake up, covered in tears with a bump on my head. I hear words.
Axel,
Uncle, where are you?
don't move. A stone gallery is conducting our voices. If you move, the effect might stop. Where are you?
Lost. My lamp is out.
And the stream?
Gone.
Take courage. I'll start the chronometer and say your name. Repeat it as soon as you hear it. I'll time how long it takes to get back to me and figure the distance. Ready? Axel.
Axel.
4¼ miles.
4¼ miles.
Yes, 4¼ miles. So get started. Should I go up or down? Down. I'm in a grotto with lots of caves. Yours will lead into it.
I descend for an hour in the dark, feeling my way. Hand past hand, the angle increases. I turn around and grab hold. Ah! I'm flying! I dream of tides, daylight, wind, and sea.
Axel, are you all right?
Uncle, I was so scared, and my leg.
Don't worry, my boy. We won't need our lamps. Not for quite a while.
Light streams from the air over me. Are we reaching to the surface instead? Of course not. But I hear the ocean.
Rest, nephew.
Regain your strength. The voyage may be a long one. Voyage, voyage. For tomorrow, we sail. I remember that. Find out how deep the water is. I drop the axe into the water. After 70 fathoms, it still doesn't strike bottom. I pull it up and hand it back. Well, at least we like fishing. My uncle isn't listening. He just points at the axe. 2 marks!
It's lightning. A 10-inch fireball, half white, half blue, spins as it floats slowly from place to place along our raft. It inspects the front of the mast, our provisions, and our equipment. Uncle, it's getting close to the gunpowder. Uncle says stick the creature. It races towards him. Uncle falls on his knees to avoid it. The ball spins out over the water. Now, Axel, get the rudder. The ball notices my motion and races back. I freeze. It moves slowly around my feet.
The screaming gets louder. Mastodons! I race the crumbling vegetation out of their way. Like machines, their trunks turn up the sand. Stands, trees, leaves cascade and patterns float like cardboard. I catch my breath and lose it again at what I see on a hilltop. A tall, swollen leans against the trunk of a tree. Her hair is skewed like a buffalo's and covered with hair. In her enormous hands, she holds a tree branch like a shepherd's staff. And intelligent, subterranean Does she see me? Does she? Ah! She sees me! I run! I race through the mastodon forest. Through the red leaf palms. Past the bones of the cemetery. And hide in the cave near the sea. I have to tell Uncle. My hand falls on a piece of metal. A rusted dagger. Left behind by a previous fugitive. The mastodon herder trudges on the beach below. She sniffs and leaves.
I don't blame Axel for hating me. Tasting food, not analyzing its nutrients, loving the warm sun, not its schedule, interpreting a sculpture, not its chemical composition, not a race to be second to co-sign our names on a rock. Axel needs a regular day, with regular meals. A day where mind and body have hours that add up to 24, not 25 or 23 or 30 million. Dear Axel, I'm entombed by my thinking, but that's no reason you should be. I'll never teach again. I've nothing more to say. I've shown him all I can, and I'm still regretting all my ways. Reviewing every word, and every time I shirked, explaining my devices, and all my special voices, and didn't show my work.
my sacrifice in my life. I forgot you're real because you don't reject. Just and sometimes I forget that even though you're young, that's all that you might get. With a dagger from the king in hand, I return to the camp. I expect my uncle to be frothing with plans, maybe even irritated I'm returning without supplies. Instead, he sits on the beach and traces the sand with his fingers. I know I can be pushy. I know I can be wrong. Please don't dictate to me. No more venerate me. Learn to just outgrow me. At best, forget you know me. Before you're dead and gone. Oh, Uncle! Axel says I'm so sorry for everything. Forget that mush. I still will go on with the dagger. There are humans down here. Just as I suspected, I ultimate race. With an ultimate grudge. Why else such executes that Musa? Uncle is at the blade. Wait! This should be Stone Age. He scratches it. Spanish. Blunted from carving rock. Axel, where did you get this? I rushed into the cave. He sniffs around like an excited rodent. What are you looking for? The mark of a person who fought all natural instincts in the name of science. A mark of a person who sacrificed themselves for others' enlightenment. The mark of a person who dismissed reputation entirely to prove the world wrong by
1. Wait for it. Wait. Wait. Nothing! The water heaves with clapping tires on and tumbles into a wide abyss. Down! The raft slides into the darkness on the crest of the wave, being risen by currents faster than a train, and like an electric lamp and lashed to the mast. Uncle examines the boat. It's clearly something something's wrong, he says. But he's slowed down peacefully. We're carrying the whole thing with us. That might be nonsense. We're going over 30 leagues an hour. And opening hits the rock. Slide overboard. We lose everything except what's in our pockets and a single packet of provisions. Our supplies, I know. Don't worry, Axel. I'm not worried. The raft spirals and spirals. Stop! But the sense stops. Is it wrong? But the leader said yes. But the water has sent us up another passage. We are at the top of a water spout. Which leads and where? Who knows, Axel? But will it do any more to devour your eyes with our teeth? No creature endowed with will nor despair. All right, this is we were to walk. The point of power. Granite, my chest still in transition. Is this a furnace? My neck is burning. I reach into the raft for some water. Yellow lava! Beneath us the water has boiled away to a lava cave. The earth rumbles. Vapors, ground movement, all symptoms. Symptoms? Perhaps, of course, it's the very best thing that could happen to us. We spin out through narrow and channel. Sweat streams from our bodies. A jolt. A jolt. The raft smashes. This happens again. We are higher and higher. The jolts get closer and closer together. It sounds like panic. Axel, hold on! I'm trying! On Thursday, September 9th, we arrived back in Germany, having exited Iceland and exited through a living one miles away in Italy. My uncle becomes an academic celebrity and even declines an offer by P.T. Barnum for the U.S. tour. Journey to the center of the earth is translated into multiple languages, including this one. And the music of Peace and Mary is performed by the Eastern Orchestra and singers. My uncle gives a speech at the university. He tells the story of our descent into Sniffles, the underground sea, the battle of the monsters,
including the compass. We must have reached the other side of the sea and not known it.